Welcome everybody to Morningwood Podcast. I'm Dom.
And I'm Dale.
And this week we're going to be going over college football top 25 games, fantasy football week 1 recap, NFL week 1 recap, and NFL week 2 predictions.
But before we start, we got to keep it classy. Alright, so let's get into it.
College football first.
I'm gonna say this before we get into this. It was a boring college week.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like, the schedule's weird. Like, I like to see a lot of top-ranked teams play top-ranked teams, and we haven't had that so far.
Yeah.
I think between week 1 and week 2, there's only been like maybe
seven.
3.
Like 7. 6.
No, but I'm saying like 3 or 4 really interesting games. Like, and when I say interesting, I mean like actually worth watching. Not where it's you're watching the first quarter and you're like, man, like I could take a nap right now.
No. Week 1 is always big hitter games, and then week 2 it goes straight to like a number 18 playing the worst D1 school ever.
I will say this though. There was 2 teams that really caught my eye.
Yeah.
One team that really surprised me. But I'm gonna let you get into your
Alright,
first.
So first let's get into start off easy. Miami Hurricanes versus Bethune-Cookman. Blowout.
I'm gonna say this, like, yeah, it's a blowout, but at the same time though, like, I mean, it gets back into what I said. You got teams that are good enough to make a certain division, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or, conference, whatever you want to call it. And then but they're too good to play in one, so they move up to another.
Right.
And then they play in that one, and they get blown out. But I will say this, though. They didn't give up.
Right.
I mean, they kept playing, so you got to give them that. But, I mean, it's, I know I'm a diehard Canes fan.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it was a blowout. It got very boring to watch at the end.
Yeah. I mean, listen, at the end of the day, we know what our team can do. Proved it against Notre Dame. But, our team did good, but it's not, what's the word I'm looking for? Comparable to me. Because of...
It's not.
Because we're going against Bethune-Cookman.
It's a low college.
Yeah, so it's like, our team did good, and we blew them out, but it's like, we're supposed to. You can't sit here and be critical about Miami playing insane against Bethune-Cookman when, like, that's what we're supposed to do.
Exactly.
So, like...
It also goes like this, too, like, in our group chat.
Yeah.
Like, Dad's like, oh, Becca's breaking records. And it's like, dude, like, that's not real. Like, listen, congratulations on breaking a record.
Mm-hmm.
I hate to break it to you. I expect that.
Yeah.
Against the team that we played.
Yeah.
Now, if he would have done that against Notre Dame, I'd have been like,
insane.
I'd have been like, bro, like,
this kid's...
like, we hit the lottery. But, like, to do it against a no-name college... I don't want to say no-name college.
No, they're not no-name, but it's
I don't like... A low-end college
right.
that you're expected to literally, like, blow... You're expected to put over 40 points.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, that's not really an accomplishment for me. That's just more of saying, like, okay, like, you did your job. Like,
right. But on the other hand, our team did do really well. And then even putting in our... second, third string guys, they did good too, so it's good to see that. Emory Williams went in. He played a bit. So yeah.
Well, why don't we just say that I was right that I said that some of the players that didn't play in week 1 were injured.
Yeah.
And then it finally came out and they said, they were injured, but they'll be back for week 3. So I'm excited to see, week 3.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, again, we're playing lower end college,
but
a
big college now.
Well, yeah,
and that's sort of tying into next up.
Yeah,
USF.
But this is what I gotta say though. I mean, I understand why we sat
Mm-hmm.
our players because, like, you're banged up, whatever. It's not a no-name college, but like we said, lower-end college, and you don't want to risk it. But tying into this next team that we're going to talk about, I much rather would have seen them play and get back in the groove in that game than this upcoming game.
Right. Yeah, USF absolutely. They embarrassed Florida. They embarrassed them.
I'll say this. I was watching the game at a friend's house.
I was
watching the game, and I literally looked at my friend and I was like, it was the first quarter, and I said, and
you texted me too.
Yeah. Literally, yeah, I was texting, that's right. And I literally said to my friend, I looked at him and I go, I think the Gators are going to lose this.
Yeah.
And he looked me dead in the face and he was like, one could only hope. Because my friend hates all Florida teams. He's a Penn State fan.
Alright.
So he hates, like, all Florida teams. Like, he hates the Gators, number one.
Yeah.
number two.
Yeah.
And he'll go, like, he hates FSU, but he'll go for FSU, right?
Alright.
So, me and him, like, we go back and forth, and, you know, like, I'll talk shit to him, like, whatever. But I looked at him and I was like, I really think the Gators are going to lose this game after the first quarter, because, I mean, like, USF was in control the whole first quarter.
Yeah.
And then Gators kind of woke up, whatever, quarter two, and I was like, nah, I still think they're going to lose. Like, defense is playing good.
It's just that USF has so much momentum behind them, and they're such an explosive team. I just think Florida, the Gators, I just think they underestimated them, and it shouldn't have been that close, honestly. And you want to know what? I'm glad it happened, because it proves what I was saying was right, and that's DJ Lagway is overrated. He's overrated.
But I will say this, though. It wasn't just underestimating that the Gators did.
Yeah.
Number one, very poor ball placement with the quarterback.
Yeah. No, I said he was overrated. Yeah.
It was like the whole game, USF just shut them out. Like, it was just
they controlled the game. They managed the game perfectly, and I think they absolutely embarrassed them, and Florida needs to really sit back and think and, like, what the fuck? Like, what are we going to do?
Well, it's not sit back and say, what are we going to do? It's more of, like, how do you bounce back from that?
That's what I'm saying. Like, you got this week, going into next week, you got to really sit back and, like, look at film.
Who does Florida play next week? This week.
I don't even know. I'm not too sure, but...
It's not FSU, right?
No. But let's get into... Now, this week we have coming up, now we're playing USF.
Yeah.
This is going to
It's going to be a good game.
The game is sold out.
Well, I mean
but
actually, it's over there, though, right?
No, it's here. It's here.
It's going to be the third home game? We had 3 straight home games?
I guess.
That's crazy.
We have 6 home games and we have 6 or 8 home games and only like 4 away games.
Oh shit.
Yeah. No, but what do you call
the one away game had to be FSU, right?
Right. But we go back every year, but what was I going to say? No, this is going to be a really good game for us. And the fact that USF has all this momentum, I'm not going to say I'm worried, but I'm not going to be surprised if they just come right out the gate and score a touchdown on us. And
I wouldn't. All right, listen. I wouldn't go that far. I mean, like, listen. I want to say that I don't like. I would like to think that's not going to happen, but it's a probably good chance that it will. But I think that this game coming up right here.
Yeah.
So before week 1 started, we had said that we had said that Notre Dame, FSU, and UF because we have FSU and UF back to back.
Yeah.
We said that those were gonna dictate the season.
Yeah.
I think that we were wrong, and based off how they're playing, I think that USF is going to be the make it or break it of the season because
I'll tell you what needs to happen. Right when we start the game, Miami needs to come right out the gate, hit them in the mouth. That's it. I think once they get their ego shattered and all the momentum stops, I'm not saying score a touchdown on them. I'm saying they start off with the ball.
Gotta hit them in the mouth.
And I don't know what needs to happen. We make them fumble or we intercept them. Something like that needs to happen to absolutely destroy them. Yeah. Because if they come out on offense, first drive of the entire game, and they score on us, it's gonna be a rough.
I'm gonna be honest. I think it's gonna be a close game.
I wouldn't be surprised.
And they're ranked now.
Yeah.
So that also, I mean, that helps both sides of both teams.
Yeah, for sure. If we win, then we'll go up, I'm sure. And if we lose, I mean, we're losing to a ranked team at least, and we'll drop, but we're not. I don't think we're gonna drop horrendously, considering that USF has already beaten Florida.
No, but here's the thing though. So we're ranked what, number 5?
We're ranked 5, and they're ranked like 18 or 17.
If we lose, we will drop significantly.
I think
because it's 18 and 5.
Yeah, I think we dropped to somewhere in like 13, 14 area.
But like I said though, I think that this is going to be there hasn't been a lot.
No, you're right.
There hasn't been a lot of college like explosive games that have been like exciting to watch in the first 2 weeks. I think this game right here is going to be maybe top 2 or top 3 exciting games to watch.
Well, I think you're right in the sense where it's a make it or break it game for us. Like this game, like obviously we have our UFs of the world, we have our FSUs that we're playing, but like this game, we win, I think it's over for the rest of the season.
I wouldn't say it's over for the rest of the season.
If we win, I think we dominate the rest of the teams.
I disagree.
Okay.
I disagree because remember we played Virginia Tech at the end of the year, and they always
I know.
Bring a good game.
Virginia Tech, Georgia Tech.
So I'm gonna say this. I don't think this is like a make it or break it in a sense that we dominate the entire season. I think this is a make it or break it. Like, look, we're back.
Yeah.
And you know we're. I think this is a make it or break it, as in we're back. We're a contending team, and it doesn't matter who you put up against us, a no-name college or a low-end college or a high-end college or a team that's hot. This game is going to say, hey, doesn't matter who you are, we're going to compete, we're going to hit you, we're going to score, and we're going to do what we can to get to the championship game.
Right.
That's how I feel as a make it or break it when I say that.
Okay.
But also, though, a part of me kind of wants to see USF go far with the way that the college football playoffs are this year.
Yeah.
If a team goes undefeated, you're in the playoffs.
Oh yeah, of course.
But we didn't have that. Back then, so not everybody was doing it.
Now it's different because we have the 12-team playoff and not the 4-team,
Yeah.
which I like the 12-team better because it's like before with the 4-team playoff, if you lose one game, you're done.
Exactly.
And
but that's the
it's
thing,
still
though.
sort of like that, depending on who the one team was that you lost.
Well, in Division 2.
Yeah, and it depends strength of schedule, like all those things play a part of it. But yeah, no, for sure. I think Miami versus USF is going to be the game to watch this week, and yeah, I think there's going to be a bunch of eyes on it. And
I think
it's going to be a very interesting game.
I think that's going to be like top. I want to say like I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt because I could be wrong, like top 3, but I think it's going to be like either the first or second most exciting game this week.
Yeah.
Because
and that's what I sort of want to get into. We have 2 other ranked games. We have Georgia, number 6 Georgia versus number 15 Tennessee. They're both teams 2-0, just like us in USF.
Okay.
I'm expecting Georgia to win. I mean, it's on ABC, so this is prime time. I mean, it's at 3 p.m., but you're still on ABC. This is the game technically the game of the week.
I'm gonna go Tennessee.
Really?
Yeah. But I mean But again, though, those are two teams that always put out. Like, it's always a close game, so it's hard to really.
And I was gonna say, both of those teams, or not both of them, but Tennessee is sort of like a USF in the sense where they have put on really good performances.
Yeah.
Like week 1, they beat Syracuse.
Yeah.
Syracuse was
ranked.
I'm not. Yeah, they were ranked when they played them.
Yeah, no, not ranked now.
No, they're not ranked now. But I was gonna say Syracuse was a playoff contending team last year, and they beat Syracuse.
They were a deep playoff team too last year.
No, they didn't go to the playoffs. But
Syracuse was.
Yeah, but they didn't go to the playoffs. They were a playoff contending team.
Oh, okay.
And they beat them 45-26.
Okay.
And then I mean, this week they had ETSU, which isn't really a big school, but 72-17.
But that's what I'm saying though. Like there hasn't really been exciting games.
Yeah.
Like it's.
And then
college football is probably one of the most exciting things to watch about football, and it over the NFL, and then like this, I just feel like this season has just been like kind of
flat.
Yeah, like it's.
Yeah, and then the other.
Someone needs to step up that schedule making.
And then the other ranked game is number 16 Texas A&M, playing at number 8 Notre Dame. I think Notre Dame's gonna win, especially since
Notre Dame's gonna walk all over them.
It's home at Notre Dame. You're not gonna beat them.
I think Notre Dame walks all over them, but see that's the thing though is Notre Dame and Texas A&M, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can't tell me that that's more of an exciting game than and USF.
No, it's not.
Like
not even
I
close.
I don't know. Like why not put the Canes game on ABC?
Yeah, especially since how what do you call it? How USF's been playing for sure. Like it's pretty much the biggest topic of conversation in college football is USF. Who would have thought? Who would have thought that the biggest team in college football right now, biggest talked about team in college football right now would be USF. Not me. I'm not thinking that.
No.
But yeah, I just think it's gonna be a very interesting week this week.
There was a lot of blowouts, a lot of teams. I mean, like the teams that won. I mean, you're expected to win.
Yeah, exactly. Teams that won were supposed to win. I mean, besides Florida. But
I forget which team it was, but some team won like 77-3.
Yeah.
I forget who it was, but it's like, dude, like you're supposed to win that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so I mean, it's listen. I think week 3 is gonna be somewhat, hopefully better, but
all right. Let's get into our NFL Week 1 recap.
Before we get in that, we're gonna start the second one over here.
All right. I'll get started. Thursday Night Football, we had the Eagles playing the Cowboys, prime time. Close game. It shouldn't have been as close as a game it was. I'll tell you what. Right now, right off the bat, if CeeDee Lamb doesn't drop those passes, those crucial
that game
passes,
goes into overtime.
No, not even overtime. Cowboys win. If CeeDee Lamb catches all 3 of those passes that he dropped, there was 1 in the start of the third, and there was 2 in the game-winning drive. If CeeDee Lamb catches those passes, Cowboys win. No doubt.
Here's the thing, though, and
that's it.
Before we even like, I mean, I know you said what you said, and I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but everyone's like, oh, CeeDee Lamb lost the game, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Truthfully, I disagree with that. I don't think CeeDee Lamb lost the game for the Cowboys. I think the issue is this, okay? You're putting so much pressure on one wide receiver, right? Mm-hmm. And when he makes a mistake, like, look, at the end of the day, CeeDee Lamb is your go-to guy, right?
Yeah.
But, I mean, he has always put out for every team he has always played on. And, not only that, though, like, top 5 best wide receivers in the league right now?
Yeah.
How many times did the Cowboys in the game have, I'm not talking CeeDee Lamb, I'm talking other wide receivers, tight ends, in general. How many passes did they all drop?
Yeah.
There was.
I mean, there was a touchdown pass that was dropped by was it Ferguson? Yeah. The tight end Ferguson.
Yeah. When it upsets me that CeeDee Lamb is getting all this blowback, right? Yeah. But at the end of the game, though, if you watch the game film, you can't say. Well, I mean, I guess theoretically you could say like if he'd have caught those 3 catches at the end of the game, like they would have won. But I don't look at it that way because for me it's a build-up.
Yeah.
It's a numerous amount of things that lost you the game, right?
Yeah.
So for you to throw passes, easy passes, that could have gotten you 15, 20, 30 yards, right?
Yeah.
And you can't even throw it into your tight end's arms or wide receiver or running back's arms. That's a build-up.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, it wasn't CeeDee Lamb that lost the game. It was just the Cowboys in general not capitalizing on easy plays, which is something that they have a history of repeating.
Yeah.
And I want to get into this. They should have won that game when Carter did his antics, which it did come out later in the week that Dak Prescott did spit first.
But he did get fined either way.
Yes, but at the end of the day, even when I played hockey, if you were to spit on someone, you were automatically kicked out of the game, right? Here's how I look at it. When I played hockey, right, if I ever did that, or a player on our team ever did that, they'd have been kicked off the team. They'd have been like, look, or you're sitting for 2 games.
Yeah.
Screw your suspension, you're sitting 2 games. As a player in a professional league where you have cameras on you, and let's just be honest, I'm going to say hundreds of thousands, I don't want to say millions, 100,000 people are watching you, right? And it's a Thursday night football game, first game of the season. First play of the game, that's what you do. I get you were fine, but if I'm the coach, I'm sitting you for the next game. Even though he's like their best defensive player, I'm making a point. Like, I'm paying you a bunch of money. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah. No,
like, it's a division. Right. That's a rivalry game right there. What are you doing?
No, you're right. I think there's definitely a couple ways you could look at it, but for sure, I just think it was really uncalled for.
Unprofessional.
Unprofessional for sure. You gotta keep your cool, especially when you're doing it right in front of the ref. I mean, come on.
And I'll say this too. There was one thing that Dad always taught me, and other coaches taught me too, but Dad really taught it to me well, was they're never going to get the first person. It's always the retaliation, right?
Yeah.
Like, dude, you could have... It was on national television.
Yeah.
You can't do anything anymore without getting caught on camera.
No, yeah.
Right? So, if he spit first, which they saw, he didn't have to spit back. He could have just walked up and just...
Yeah.
Put a hand to the face, took a 15-yard penalty, and then been like, he spit on me. Like, what do you want me to do?
Or just been like, all right, you want to be like that? I'm gonna sack your ass next play.
Yeah, but I think just based off Carter's, actions, I think that really put Dallas in the game.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
Really changed the momentum. But I will say this though. I will give the Eagles credit because they held on. They held in there. But Barkley had a great game.
I honestly, he did have a good game. I wasn't that impressed though. He should have had a better game, considering the fact that Micah Parsons wasn't playing. He's on Green Bay now. Saquon should have had an astronomical game. He only put up 86 yards.
Yeah, but how many catches though? How many? Because
no,
I know
rushing and receiving combined was only 86 yards.
I mean,
oh come on,
let's not.
You gotta be better than that.
Yeah, but let's.
You gotta be better.
Look. You know I hate the Cowboys, but Cowboys defense actually
they did. They
showed up and played.
They did, but Saquon's gotta do better than that.
Here, you know it's a crazy thing too, and like I said, I was watching the game with my friend.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't realize it, but how do you you gotta really be a special team to win a game and only throw the ball once to AJ Brown?
Yeah. No, for sure.
And the throw was only like 12 yards.
Yeah, it was just a first down catch.
I hate to say it, but I mean, the Eagles are looking like a team that's gonna be good for a lot of years.
Listen, the Cowboys DBs really stepped up.
Yeah.
I mean that's just it.
Diggs,
everyone on both sides of the ball played a good game on both teams.
Diggs coming off the surgery, the knee surgery, I think he really stepped up and said, "Hey, like, I'm here to play."
Yeah. And let's get into honestly the first Friday football game and how long?
Well, yeah. So the first Friday game, I think, was it was the Chiefs and the Chargers.
Chiefs and Chargers in Brazil. This game I really enjoyed.
I didn't even watch it. I'm gonna be honest.
I really enjoyed this game, especially the fact that the Chiefs lost.
Wait, hold on. You picked the Chiefs.
I picked the Chiefs. I was picking the safe option.
Hey. Who did you pick for the Eagles-Cowboys game to win?
I picked the Eagles.
Okay, so we both had a point on that. This is where I went up on you.
Yeah.
Because I picked the Chargers to win.
No, I know. I remember. So, listen. Justin Herbert went insane, rushing and throwing. He had a bunch of rushing yards. I think just based off of that game, he solidified himself as an MVP candidate. I'll tell you what. That's a little
early to say that.
I'm doing the same thing as I'm doing with college football. I'm looking for players now that could be possible Heismans. I'm looking for players now that could be possible MVPs.
I'm not gonna say.
There's two other guys that already played that we'll get into.
He's in the right direction. He's in the right direction. But I wouldn't say that he solidified it.
The Chiefs' defense and offense, to be fair, neither sides of the ball played good in my opinion.
That hit? I forget who did Kelsey hit that he took out?
Xavier Worthy.
Yeah.
And his shoulder. He hurt his shoulder. He was out for the entire game.
That was a nasty hit, though.
Yeah, and he ruined my parlay, so that was great. Because I had Xavier Worthy on a parlay. But anyways, so yeah, I just think that the Chiefs' offense didn't play well.
No.
And their defense didn't play well either. I think the Chiefs, their defense is good. I just think they just had an off night. That's what it was. And Herbert and the Chargers came to play.
Yeah.
But I think that the Chiefs are one top 20 receiver away, top 15 receiver away from literally winning the next 10 Super Bowls. Not 10. Next 5 Super Bowls.
I'll say this.
They literally have no receivers. Their best receiver currently is Hollywood Brown, and he only caught the ball 3 times.
But, see...
And he's been a no-name receiver since he was on, the Cardinals or Ravens, 3-4 years ago? This guy hasn't done shit. Listen, if Patrick Mahomes actually had someone to throw to that his best receiver, his best option is Travis Kelce. Dude's a living fossil on the field.
I'll just say this.
He's got no one.
Here's my opinion. You look at Mahomes.
Yeah.
And everyone says, "Oh, he's the next breed," right?
Mm-hmm.
Listen, he's a great quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
He's a very good quarterback,
mm-hmm.
smart quarterback. But this is why I always laugh at people when they say those.
Yeah.
And even like when they played on even when they do like takes on it like on ESPN or like the Pat McAfee show, right?
Right. Yeah.
Like I laugh at it because to me it's like this. When you play on a team, you have to, you can't be selfish.
Yeah.
You got to be somewhat give and take.
Right.
Right? You cannot win if you're not willing to, whether it's take a pay cut
mm-hmm.
or make some sacrifices.
Yeah.
And I just Mahomes is one of the top paid players in the NFL. And since he got that new contract, he's won 2 Super Bowls.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't taking a pay cut when his contract's up.
No.
And if they win another Super Bowl, I think he signed a long-term contract. Mm-hmm. So, what's a long-term contract?
He's got 2 years left on it this year.
I was gonna say, what is a long-term contract in the NFL? Like 5-6 years?
Well, for each position, it's different.
Okay,
but
so it's not like hockey.
The one he signed was a 5-year, I'm pretty sure, and I know it's up at the end of next season.
So, in your long-term 5-year deal, you win 2 more Super Bowls after. He's at what, 3?
Yeah, he's at 3 or 4.
So, you win 2 more Super Bowls after you sign your contract.
Mm-hmm.
Like you do your contract and then you win 2 more Super Bowls. You think he's taking a pay cut? No. And that's not. Listen, it's nothing against him because a lot of players do it.
Yeah.
But I just think if it was me,
mm-hmm.
I think that you swallow your pride,
mm-hmm.
you take the pay cut, and you allow the Chiefs to go out and get better wide receivers, maybe a new tight end, so that Kelce's not having to do all the work,
right?
Or go out and get a running back that can run the ball.
I mean, yeah, Kelce doesn't have to do all the work, but we can see he could still play. He got like a 40-yard touchdown. But besides the point, I just think the Chargers all around played a really good game. The rookie running back, Amarion Hampton, he did good for his first NFL game ever. Ladd McConkey's still really reliable for Herbert. They just got back Keenan Allen from the Bears. So Herbert and Keenan Allen are back together, which that was his main target for the first 3 years of Herbert's career.
Yeah, but I will say this way.
3-4 years.
Part of the Chiefs' problem that I see this year is that, and it goes back to Eagles Cowboys game.
Yeah.
The Chargers studied film correctly and realized, hey, Kelce's their only player. They're gonna go to him if they need to.
Yeah.
You double coverage, and you can't throw him the ball. If you can't throw him the ball, you ain't gonna produce, right?
Yeah.
So I just think that the Chiefs need to figure out a way to get their other players involved and not rely on Kelce so much because no matter what, Kelce's gonna make plays and he's gonna make unbelievable plays. He's a great player, but you can't make unbelievable plays every drive.
No,
the whole game. Like it's not fair to one player to have to go through that.
You're right. Next up we got the Dolphins losing to the Colts. I don't really want to spend too much time on this because I'm
It was embarrassing.
I'm gonna get.
It was embarrassing.
Listen, Colts at the end of the day played a great game. Lights
out game.
Daniel Jones had his career game. Tyler Warren, their rookie tight end, he did great. Jonathan Taylor, mid. I mean, all around their team did pretty good. Their defense did really good. Their pass rush was really good.
This is why Dolphins fans are realistic. It's not if we're gonna fuck the season up. Yeah. It's when.
Yeah.
Right? This is in my opinion, this is your eye opener of the season.
Yeah.
That's your eye opener. If I'm Dolphins staff right now and I'm GM, I'm looking at trading some players or trading some draft picks for better players, or I'm saying screw the season. We're gonna be who we are. We're gonna suck. We're gonna lose, and we're getting a good number 1 draft spot.
Yeah.
In the lottery.
Yeah.
That's how you gotta look at it. You either gotta give up the draft picks to go out and get better players on defense or offense, or we're tanking the season and it's gonna be a typical Miami Dolphins season. Or you got a third option. Put Ewers in. See what he can do.
And see,
or
that's what I was
Wilson
saying. John Gruden is rumored to be in the head coach talks because we're getting rid of McDaniels.
But I don't think McDaniels is a bad coach, though.
Bad head coach. He's a good offensive coordinator.
That's what I was going to say.
Coach. But anyways, I was saying Gruden's rumored to be our next coach.
He wants to go college.
No, but Gruden loves Quinn Ewers. He loves Quinn Ewers.
No, I know that, but I mean, listen. At the end of the day, it comes down to this.
I'm done.
You're getting paid all this money. Fucking play. You can't tank like that.
Yeah, the Cardinals beat the Saints in a really, really boring game. The Saints didn't look too bad. Spencer Rattler was lighting up the Cardinals' defense. He had a lot of good passes, a lot of shaky passes, which he's not the best quarterback, but he's decent, serviceable for now until they get a better one. I will say this. The Cardinals' defense, they did not play good, but there was one shining star on that defense, and it's the guy that the Dolphins should have drafted in the draft this past year. And it was Will Johnson, cornerback from Michigan. He locked up Chris Olave the entire game. He played an insane game, had a couple tackles. Here's an insane stat that I saw the other day. In college football, he had more pick sixes than touchdowns allowed.
Let me ask you this, though.
That's insane.
Who did you have for the game?
I had Cardinals, the Cardinals won.
Okay. You know me. I'm not a fan of the Cardinals and Murray, but they won. I mean, it is what it is, but I mean, you go back to saying the Dolphins should have drafted someone. Stupid mistakes. Just is what it is. You know, good for the Cardinals.
Good for the Cardinals. Now we got the Raiders. They beat the Patriots. I think both teams.
Told you it was gonna happen.
I picked the Raiders too. I think both teams played really well. I think both teams played really well. Raiders a little bit more than the Patriots. Obviously, they won. Geno Smith played really good. He obviously he's known for this.
Yeah.
He knows the system well. It's Pete Carroll's system.
I was about to say
it's Pete Carroll's playbook. He knows it front and back.
I think the Raiders have a good season this year.
I think so too. The AFC West is going to be very interesting. Chargers, Broncos, Raiders, and Chiefs. It's going to be very, very interesting. Yeah. Raiders. He was throwing to Brock Bowers. Jacoby Myers had a game. Ashton Genty, the rookie. He's
your boy.
Not my boy. I don't like him. He had a touchdown. His average yards was 2.8 or 3.3 yards a carry. That's not bad, but I mean, especially since it's your first football NFL. Yeah, it was your first NFL game, I guess, but he's got to do better than that for being such a high draft pick. Onto the Patriots, Drake May didn't play terrible. The first half he played good. The second half was just not too good. The first half of play from Drake May and the entire Patriots team as a whole, watching that, I thought they did really good, and
They might be where they're back at.
Patriots they were looking like a weapon in that first half, but in that second half it all fell down, and the Raiders picked the pieces up and
they capitalized on some key mistakes. And
I wasn't impressed with the Patriots defense at all, especially Mike Vrabel being the head coach. A defensive line, a great defensive mind, a Super Bowl champion for the Patriots. I mean, this guy, going in there, we know Drake May was going to do good. We know the offense was going to do good.
Yeah, but
the defense should be hitting.
I think it's going to be, it's week 1.
Yeah. And Steelers Jets. I know you wanted to talk about this. Let me just go off with saying Steelers beat the Jets, and then Aaron Rodgers pretty much F you to the Jets.
Look,
you I know you wanted to talk about
this. God, I'm dying about this. Look, I'll say this. Mm-hmm. I picked the Steelers for one reason. Fantasy. Because I had the Steelers defense. So, they came up big for me, right? But, I will say this. I was not impressed with Aaron Rodgers in the first half and in the third quarter.
Okay.
He, in my opinion, he did not play well. Well, I don't want to say he didn't play well. He didn't play
as good as
what I was expecting him to play.
Yeah.
But credit to him, he pulled it off in the fourth quarter with like the last 5 minutes to play. But if we're going to be honest, I did say this. I was very intrigued with how Fields was going to play on the Jets. I said that the Jets, in my opinion, I thought that, the Jets as a team and organization really screwed themselves when they had Rodgers. Because they went out and got all these fucking players and gave up draft picks and got into salary cap problems for Rodgers because he has to have these wide receivers and these players to win, and then just didn't give a shit and left, right? So, in my opinion, before I get into stats, in my opinion, I think that the Jets going out and getting Fields, right, not only helped them, but I think that they're in the right direction of getting out of
poverty.
Exactly. I was just about, literally, I could not say it better. Here's what I was super impressed by. You have a great Steelers, they end up getting Russell Wilson and Fields, right? Obviously, those are 2 starting quarterbacks. You cannot really have 2 starting elite quarterbacks on one team. It is what it is, right? Steelers trade both of them, or get rid of both of them, and they bring in Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, Steelers, they don't really have anything to lose doing that. You know what I mean? They're good. They have a good team. They could always draft a quarterback next year.
Well, they drafted Will Howard, but he's going to sit behind Rodgers.
But that's what I'm saying, though. They drafted someone, but they could go out and draft another quarterback and still be fine. Yeah. You know what I mean? The Steelers don't have anything to worry about or really be in any concern with anything in that situation, right?
Yeah.
The Jets did, though. The Jets took a big risk on bringing Fields in. How is an elite top 5 quarterbacks in the league gonna go on a team that's in? How is he gonna perform in a team in poverty? Well, 16 for 22, 218 yards and a touchdown. For me, he overperformed.
Yeah.
The Jets, in my opinion, are headed in the right direction. They lost, but they didn't lose bad. It was a very close game. I think it came down to the last drive. And in my opinion, I think that week one. It's week one. I think the Jets have nothing to worry about.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I wanted to get into. I was very hopeful for the Steelers. I think they got a really good system around them. Now having Jalen Ramsey, Jonnu Smith, Aaron Rodgers, DK Metcalf, all these new players for them. I think it's really good. You saw the connection, Aaron Rodgers with DK Metcalf. DK Metcalf dropped a few passes, but he played a good game.
Lights out.
Aaron Rodgers had a great connection with Calvin Austin, who I actually was really high on last year, but he didn't get too many touches. But I think he had a great connection with him. And for the Jets, bringing in Aaron Glenn as their new head coach, who was the defensive coordinator for the Lions, they needed to bring in a defensive coach because their defense sucked last year. They needed to bring in a defensive coach to kind of keep them in check. But then that leads you, what are they going to do with that offense? How are they going to build that offense? They bring in Justin Fields, and they sort of bring that connection back together with Justin Fields and Garrett Wilson.
Yep.
They were
lights out.
They were teammates at Ohio State. The year both of them got drafted, Ohio State was in the playoffs. Justin Fields and Garrett Wilson, they have that connection from Ohio State, being one of the best duos in college football that year, and now they're getting to do it in the NFL, and we saw that happen with Justin Fields throwing to Garrett Wilson pretty much the entire game, and that one touchdown pass Justin Fields was to Garrett Wilson, and Breece Hall had a bounce back game from not doing too good last year. I don't like the guy. As a player, I'm not too high on him, but I gotta admit, he did good. The defense stepped up.
I will say this, though, on the Steelers, a lot of people were criticizing the Steelers' defense was not going to be good because they got rid of Fitzpatrick.
Well, no, their defense was really shaky, but the best part about it was the DB room. You literally have 3 starting corners in your DB room. Jalen Ramsey, Joey Porter Jr., and
who's in the sophomore season, but he's really I mean, he's performing. But I mean, it goes back to what I was saying, the Steelers really had nothing to lose.
Yeah,
getting rid of him, and I mean, Fitzpatrick was a very big part of their defense.
Mm-hmm.
He was top 3 defensive players on their team.
Yeah. And,
he comes back to Miami, but I think that, the Raiders are always a contending team.
Raiders?
No, the Raiders, I'm sorry, not the Raiders. The Steelers are always a contending team,
mm-hmm.
right? So you can't really, knock them too hard
mm-hmm.
because they're always good. They're always, in playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
They're contending. But the Jets, they're going to be a good team this year.
Yeah.
They're looking very promising.
They are.
And the fact that they really kept it close with the Steelers the entire game.
That's my second game of the week. Next game, guys, Commanders beating the Giants. The boys are back. I'm just gonna say this.
Here you fucking go.
The Commanders played really good against the Giants. I think they should have done better, to be honest, but the Giants' defense did do really good. I wasn't impressed with Abdul Carter, which people are saying he's the next Micah Parsons. I wasn't surprised. I wasn't surprised. I wasn't impressed with him. He should have done a lot better. Russell Wilson didn't do good at all. I think Jackson Dart's going to be the starting quarterback by week 4. I mean, they were already talking about starting him week 2, but Brian Daboll said they're going to roll with Russell Wilson for now. I'm not going to be surprised if Jackson Dart is a starter by week 4.
I didn't watch that game.
Well, let me tell you.
But let me ask you this, though. You really think someone's going to start over Russell Wilson?
Yes, Jackson Dart's going to start over Russell Wilson. Brian Daboll already said it. That
what was Russell Wilson's stats?
It was his QBR was under 60%.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean,
his QBR was not good.
Like I said, I didn't watch the game, so.
But listen, when you have an elite receiver like Malik Neighbors right there, and you can't compile at least a couple of positive plays with a receiver like Malik Neighbors, there's a problem.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
You have a good offensive line, Evan Neal, who's your guy. You have two decent running backs in Tyrone Tracy and Cam Scadaboo, which I think Scadaboo either needs to be the starter on that team or needs to go somewhere else because his talents are being wasted there at the moment.
They're not being put to the.
Yeah, they're not being utilized at all, and they just need to put in Jackson Dart. That's the only way that they could save their season is by putting in Jackson Dart, in my opinion.
Okay.
On to the Commanders. Jaden Daniels played amazing. Deebo Samuel, everyone's like, oh, he's fat, because he did get a little bit chubby, but that all went away. Look at his game. What, a touchdown over 150 yards?
But when you say he got chubby, like, what are we talking
No.
here?
He did get a little bit chubby.
How much weight do you think he put on?
Not that he put on, but just from what he looked like 2 years ago to what he looks like now, he got a little chubby. But listen, back to what I was saying.
But that might have helped him, though. You never know.
You never know. But listen, I'm not surprised with the Commanders at all. I knew that they were going to play good. I said this already when we were talking about fantasy football 2 weeks ago or a week ago. I said Ja'Cory Croxy Merritt. I said he's gonna be the next best running back for Commanders. What'd he do? Got a touchdown in his first NFL game, and he's an undrafted free agent, being the number 2 guy in Washington. Now probably the number 1, getting a touchdown in his first ever NFL game. I think that's insane.
What was his yardage?
I don't remember. He didn't get to play a lot because they were switching off with him, Austin Eckler, and another guy.
Okay.
So he didn't get
Austin Eckler.
Austin Eckler did play good. He got like 40-something yards.
So he'll probably get the second duo. He'll probably get the second string and do the 1-2 duo.
Yeah, for sure. Between him and Austin Eckler.
Okay.
And I'm a little upset because Terry McLaurin, he missed out on like a couple weeks of practice because he wanted to get his contract, which he did. Fair to him, he got his contract, and I'm happy he did. But he missed out on a couple weeks of practice, and Jaden
It hurt him a bit.
Huh?
It hurt him a bit.
It hurt him a bit. Jaden Daniels got a really good connection going with Deebo Samuel in training camp while Terry McLaurin was out trying to get his contract, and that showed.
Deebo Samuel, though. I mean,
Deebo Samuel played an insane game, and Terry McLaurin, he only got a couple targets, got a couple yards. I mean, it's good, but he's got to get better. On to the next game. Panthers
versus the Jets.
Panthers losing to the Jaguars. Listen,
I called it.
You called it, but I'm just
You're surprised?
I'm surprised. Bryce Young played not a good game at all, and I think he really needs to step it up. I think last year I thought it was going to be his make it or break it year. Now it's going to be this year.
I'm going to be honest.
If Bryce Young doesn't perform the rest of the year, he's done.
I'm going to be honest. I did not watch that game. Bryce Young's the one who got sat like week 4 or 5, right? For like half the season?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
For Andy Dalton.
Right, so that's why you say it's make it or break. Okay. All right. Just, like I said, I didn't watch I'm not really in tune with the Panthers, but okay.
Trevor Lawrence played a decent game. He had a couple passes to Brian Thomas Jr. Should have had a little more. Should have gotten a little more targets. Yes, of course. But it's week 1. He did target Travis Hunter Travis Hunter for his first NFL game. Got like 6 receptions. He did pretty good.
He drop any?
I think he might have dropped a 1.
Did he play both sides of the ball?
He played both sides of the ball.
Okay.
He played more offense than defense, but from what I saw,
understandably.
But from what I saw on defense, he wasn't looking terrible. I think they definitely need to keep him out of man coverage.
All right, let me ask you this: when you say not looking terrible, you mean like he's not getting like beat terribly, or you mean like he's he's like I don't want to say, how do I say this without like being critical?
Well,
he's not a first string, more like a second string defense.
Yeah, I think he's more of second string defense, but the first corner. I think he
so second string safety.
No, corner.
No, I know, but I'm saying first string corner, but second
on the second team.
That's what. Okay.
Yeah, I think he did have like 2 tackles. He did really good when it came to a slant route in the under, and not necessarily blocking the passes, which that's kind of what he was known for in Colorado, was swatting passes away or intercepting them in the under. But no, just making decent tackles and playing in decent coverage. Back to Bryce Young, he did not play as good as he should have. Not to mention his O-line wasn't doing too good against the Jaguars defense, which the Jaguars defense is really not all that good, but their D-line is always really good.
So they're putting pressure on him.
They're putting pressure on him. The one thing I will say before we get into the next game, Trevor Etienne, my God, he did absolutely amazing. It was his bounce back game from doing pretty bad last year. It was his bounce back game. Adam in fantasy 2-3 years ago, and he did amazing for me. And he did bad last year. And if this game is like sort of like a step in like this is
the right direction.
Yeah, this is kind of like what he's gonna do all year. He's gonna end up being a top 10 running back once again.
One could hope.
Yeah. Next game we got Bengals beating the Browns in a really surprisingly close game, 17-16. I didn't think it was going to be that close. What do you think?
I'm going to be honest. I didn't think it was going to be a close game either. I thought Burrow was going to, just go all out. And I thought the Bengals offense was going to go crazy.
They should have.
But, you got to give the Browns defense credit.
The Browns defense is really good. So, yeah, you're right. You have to give them credit.
I look at it at the end of the day. This is how I look at it. You got Jamar Chase.
Yeah.
You got Joe Burrows.
Mm-hmm.
Whether or not if someone on the Bengals offense does not perform, those are your 2 go-to guys that will produce. I think the Browns did really good containing them. Mm-hmm. I think that the Browns defense, the Browns aren't a terrible team. They haven't been a terrible team. They just haven't had really an offense to really put up the last couple seasons. Mm-hmm. You have Njoku, you've had Chubb, but those were really your 2 go-to guys. You didn't really have deep threats on the wide receiver end.
Well, I'll tell you what. That's why I wanted to say. Based off of last year with Jerry Jeudy, and now this game, Joe Flacco and Jerry Jeudy connection once again, really good.
Yeah.
What do you call it? Jerry Jeudy did really good. Njoku caught a couple passes. I really liked their second string tight end.
Yeah.
Harold Fannin did really good. He's a rookie. I I think he's going to do really good in the NFL. He looked very promising.
I don't think that they're having issues on the running back end since they got rid of Chubb. I think that they're good.
Well, I was going to say the complete opposite. I think the worst part of their team is the running back and the linebacker situation. They have nobody.
Yeah, but the running back, you could fix that very easily.
Yeah,
it's not. It's not concerning. It's not concerning.
Oh, it's very concerning. No, it's very concerning.
It's week 1.
No,
I feel like someone will step up.
They do have one guy who did seem sort of promising, Dylan Sampson. But other than that, your next best running back is Jerome Ford, who's decent at best.
No, I get that, but what I'm saying is it's not concerning for the Browns. Like, it's something that it's week 1. It can be fixed very easily.
Yeah,
but what I will say though,
rid of everyone and getting someone else.
What I will say though is the Browns and the situation that they've been in, like, you know, the talk of the like off season was the whole quarterback situation and everything. I don't think that I don't think they really have anything to worry about in general. I think the Browns do pretty good this year. But you also got to remember they play the Bengals. The Bengals are always a contending team.
Yeah.
So it's the way they played. They didn't get blown out. They played pretty well.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, the running back situation's not ideal, but that could be fixed. It's week 1. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there's you can go free agency or make trades, whatever. But in my opinion, I mean, it wasn't a bad performance by the Browns. I think the Browns, I mean, they played to their ability and they did pretty good. They lost by 2 points.
1 point.
What was the score?
17-6.
Okay, so 1 point against an offense who's usually like your lights out. You know what I mean? Like, to me that's not a loss.
Yeah.
That's just a step in the right direction. Yeah. You know what I mean? Considering how they've been the last couple of years.
Yeah. On to the next game, the Buccaneers beating the Falcons.
I mean, we expected that.
Yeah, I don't think we expected anything else from it. I will say this. Baker played good as always. He always does good. The Buccaneers defense really good. Rookie Emeka Egbuka, he got 2 touchdowns in his first ever NFL game. I mean, minus preseason, of course. But in his first NFL game...
You can't count preseason.
No, you can't count preseason. But first NFL game, 2 touchdowns. What else can you ask for? I mean, Mike Evans getting old, Chris Godwin getting old. You have him and McMillan.
You can't say Chris Evans is getting old.
Chris Godwin and Mike Evans.
I'm sorry. You can't say Mike Evans is getting old, considering that he just made history last year.
Yeah. He's
very consistent.
He's very consistent. But I'm saying he is getting old, and when he's ready to retire, you know they're going to be fine.
All right, is it crazy to say that, like, he's technically still in his prime? That because and this is the reason why I ask. He broke the record last year.
Jerry Rice's record.
He broke Jerry Rice's record last year, right? And Jerry Rice was always consistent. You know what I mean? So is it really to say that, like, can you really say that he's still in his prime because he's still putting up crazy ass numbers?
No, I don't think that's bad to say.
Even though he's in his mid-30s, late 30s?
No, early to mid-30s, mid-30s.
But that's still crazy.
I think that's a very fair statement to make. Absolutely, I didn't think about it that way.
Because I look at it this way: when Jerry Rice played, like, let's be honest, he was ahead of his time with the speed and his agility, like a Randy Moss type thing, right? So then you look at, like, Mike Evans, and it's like the NFL's faster, players are faster. You know, he had the injury last year too, where he sat out like 2-3 games. I think it was like 2 or 3 games. For me, the way that the NFL is now and the way he's still playing and performing and putting up, I mean, he's looking like one of those players or people that can still play another 4 or 5 years and still put up those numbers.
Yeah. On to Falcons.
That's why I was asking if like you think he's still in his prime.
Yeah. Oh, I was gonna say on to Falcons. Before I got into Falcons, I will say this: I was was slightly impressed with Bucky Irving. He should have done a lot better though. And on to the Falcons as well. I was saying was, I liked Michael Penix. He did play pretty well. Bijan did pretty well, for sure. Drake London. It's hard to do good when it's Michael Penix playing against a good defense like the Buccaneers. Yeah. So I wasn't expecting him to do crazy good, but he didn't do terrible. He didn't do terrible. He did better than what I thought. The Falcons. I know, looking at the score and looking at how good the Buccaneers did play on offense, the Falcons' defense really didn't do that bad. It was just the Buccaneers played so good.
Well, I mean, you gotta also remember this. Like you said, you got Godwin, you got Evans, you got Baker, you got White, you got more than multiple, threats on the Bucs offense. Mm-hmm. To contain them the way the Falcons did, considering the Falcons have been a terrible team, below average team since the Super Bowl.
Next game, we had the 49ers beating the Seahawks. This was a very, it wasn't a boring game, but this was an underperforming game on both teams. This
was very controversial for me. I'm not going to lie to you.
Just the game itself, one word, underperformed. Both teams underperformed.
I 100% agree with you. Both teams underperformed very well. Here's my thing, right? It was a very controversial game because, in my opinion, obviously we know the Seahawks, they got rid of their quarterback, Pete Carroll, whatever. A lot of people thought they were going to, tank it. But, in my opinion, there's no answer to that. I didn't see that they were tanking or elevating in this game. And then you look at the 49ers, who are always a playoff contending team. Usually, I'm going to say usually, they're an amazing team, right? They underperformed too. So for me, it was an overwhelming game of disappointment.
I was not impressed with Brock Purdy at all. 2 interceptions, and that's against a subpar Seahawks defense. Like I said, I think both teams on both sides of the ball underperformed. And that's saying something. Brock Purdy throwing 2 interceptions to a subpar Seahawks defense.
Yeah. And I mean, listen, I was very happy with, I think Kittle's the best tight end in the league right now. And I've told you this. He didn't even have a good game.
Well, he got injured. In the first half. I think it was the start of the second quarter.
Yeah.
He got injured.
It wasn't really injured. He was banged up.
No, he's injured. He's out for 3 weeks. Next game, Broncos beating the Titans, and once again,
I thought the Titans beat the Broncos.
No, Broncos beat the Titans, and once again, another underperforming, boring game.
Did you really expect a lot though from that game?
I didn't.
Last year.
Broncos didn't suck last year.
Not that great.
I wasn't expecting a whole lot from the Titans, but I was expecting a lot from the Broncos considering the season they had last year. They had a good season last year. If Jaden Daniels wasn't if Jaden Daniels wasn't involved, Bo Nix would have been the Rookie of the Year last year. Bo Nix played terrible. He didn't play good at all. And once again, this is same with Brock Purdy. Bo Nix threw what, 2 interceptions against
I didn't watch the game, so I don't know.
Not even a subpar Titans defense, a terrible Titans defense. Like, I listen.
How did our boy do?
Well, hold on. That's what I was going to get into, but hold on. I just think Bo Nix, if he even wants to have a shot in the league,
You got to do better.
he's got to do better.
Okay.
That was terrible. And the fact of the matter is that the Titans defense lost them the game. They lost them the game because of a costly penalty and the last couple minutes of the game. But onto the offense side of the ball for the Titans, Cam Ward, he did as good as he could have done with what he was given.
What was his stats?
They were low. He didn't really. I think he went like 12 for 17. 12,
But that's not
12
bad.
for 19. It's not bad.
That's
But
over.
he
That's
could've-
over 60. That's over 68% accuracy.
He could have done so much better. Here's the problem though.
But like you said though, subpar defense, subpar offense.
Yeah.
The Titans have been terrible for years.
Oh no, Cam Ward went 12 for 28. I knew it was 12. He went 12 for 28.
So he's looking at right at 60%.
No, lower.
Yeah,
He's
a
like
little lower.
40.
Yeah.
But anyways, like I was saying, the Titans
Wait,
offense.
you said 12 for what?
28.
Oh yeah, that's under 60%. That's not even 40. That's like 47, 46%.
Listen, Cam Ward, he was, like I said, he did good for what he was given with. He did as good as what he could have done. His O-line, he had no protection. He got sacked like 5 different times.
How many yards did he run for?
0.
He didn't even. Okay.
He's a pocket passer.
Yeah, but
He's a pocket passer.
He ran a lot in Miami though.
Yeah.
He ran not a lot.
No,
but
a decent amount.
Yeah.
He's known for being a pocket passer.
how
and an
many,
accurate one.
How many touchdowns?
0.
How many yards did he throw for?
112.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was the score of that? I didn't watch the game. What was the score?
20-12.
So it was all field goals? They made all field goals? Or did they get a touchdown?
Who?
The Titans.
No, Titans. It was all field goals.
Okay.
But no, like I was saying,
It's expected though.
their O-line did terrible. So Cam Ward got sacked pretty much the entire game. And even when Cam Ward had time in the pocket to make a play, the Titans
Nobody was open.
Huh?
Nobody was open.
No, they were open. They couldn't catch the ball to save their lives, so he has no help. And then, in the press conference after the game, you know what a reporter asked? And you're gonna like this. You know what a reporter asked?
What?
I forget if he asked this to the head coach or if he asked this to Cam Ward, but I saw the news article. He said, with a game like this, with Cam having a clutch moment where he could make plays and he threw great passes to receivers that weren't catching the ball, why don't you put in someone that is known for catching balls from Cam Ward? Why don't you put in someone that has a great chemistry with Cam Ward?
Restrepo.
I don't understand how he's not at least having a roster spot on that team. Even the reporter said it.
So what was the answer that was given?
They're just like, I'm pretty sure it was the head coach that was asked this question. It's just like our receivers just have to execute better. He didn't say anything about Restrepo.
So we're looking at Restrepo coming in maybe week 3, week 4. No, I'm not even saying week 4.
Like
week 3,
week 2 or 3.
No, not week 2.
He might get elevated.
Maybe, but I don't see him getting playing time until week 3. Based off what you're telling me, week 3, he's coming in. Our boy's coming in. And wait, if we're gonna be honest here, I forget Restrepo he holds a couple records with Miami, but he's still behind Reggie Wayne though, right?
No,
he passed Reggie Wayne.
He's the best receiver in the Miami Hurricanes of all time. Statistically.
I was about to say
statistically, he's the best receiver of all time.
Greatest receiver of all time's got to be Andre Johnson.
Anyways, then you had the Packers beating the Lions. This was surprising.
Wait, hold on a minute. Okay, all right.
The Packers beat the Lions. I did not see this coming at all.
Okay, I didn't.
I
did not see that, but it was a close game though.
But here's the thing. Micah Parsons only played, I think it was 30 plays and got 1 sack. Not too bad. Couple tackles.
At least for a new team.
At least for a new team, learning the new system. When I tell you the Lions played absolutely terrible on both sides of the ball, it was so bad. Their O-line couldn't block for nothing. Their defense couldn't stop a JV team. Their defense, after their defense being so good, they couldn't stop a JV team. Jahmyr Gibbs, I don't even know what happened. He took a shit, and they had to put in David Montgomery because Jahmyr Gibbs was doing absolutely awful. And Jared Goff just couldn't get the ball rolling. And Jordan Love, he did really good.
Great quarterback.
Jaden Reed, Josh Jacobs, they both got touchdowns.
This is what Jordan Love's 3rd or 4th year in.
As a starter or in general?
In general.
Like 6.
Really?
Yeah. Like 5 or 6.
But he's only started, 3 years?
This is his 2nd or 3rd year starting.
No, it's got to be more than that. Yeah, because I was going to say Rodgers was on the Jets for 2 years. So this has got to be...
Yeah, no, this is his 3rd year starting.
But he's not a bad quarterback, though.
He's not bad at all.
I'll say this.
It's so
You went
weird.
from Rodgers to him, 2 totally different style quarterbacks. And it's worked out in their favor.
NFL Week 1, it was so weird. Teams that were supposed to do good underperformed, and teams that weren't supposed to do good beat the teams that were supposed to do good.
Still beat you.
And it's those teams, these games were just underperforming games. It's weird. And what? I
was just gonna say it's really it's a really accurate statement what you just said. You go back to Dolphins Colts. You go back to Bengals Browns. No one thought the Browns were going to do as good as they did. And then you go to Bucks Falcons. It's just teams that have been terrible that were expected to be subpar or the same as this year. They got their shit together. They stepped it up. So it's just it goes to show that it doesn't matter who you have on whether you have a high person on paper or a no-name person on paper. Anything can happen.
Yeah. Rams beating the Titans. Not Rams beating the Titans. Rams beating the Texans. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I picked the Rams to win.
Me too.
But I wasn't disappointed. I think C.J. Stroud had a decent game.
He had a decent game. He has nobody.
That's what I was gonna say.
He has nobody.
I think it goes back to the Titan situation. He played and did well with what he had, and in my opinion, C.J. Stroud didn't disappoint. I just think that they need to give him a little bit more opportunity with weapons to throw to.
Well, his guys are injured.
But that's what I'm saying though. Your players are injured. You need to figure it the fuck out.
Yeah.
You need to, you have I'm not going to say an elite quarterback, but you have a potential elite quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
You have a top playing quarterback that played lights out for the last, this is what, his third year?
Mm-hmm.
So you have you have a potential elite quarterback, right? But you have a quarterback that's played lights out for you for the last 2 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, injuries happen, whatever. We've seen it with multiple teams. I think that the Texans need to go out and they need to do a trade, or they need to start looking at free agency for some kind of elite, or not elite, but some kind of, game time performing, wide receiver, so that he could throw the ball to, because he played with what he had, and I think he did pretty decent. And he put up pretty good, decent fantasy points. Like, he didn't do bad.
No, didn't do bad at all.
The Rams, I mean, Stafford. Come on.
Stafford did good. Puka Nacua did pretty good. He got injured. Or not injured. He got hurt. And
he got banged up.
He got banged up, but then came back after halftime.
But Nacua is one of those players that is
just tough. He's tough.
Yeah. Samoan.
I don't know if it's Samoan. He sounds like that.
Hawaiian. Samoan.
Yeah,
but
something
look,
like that.
At the end of the day, though, like, he is one of those people that, you remember that game that Stafford played on the Lions where he, dislocated or, something happened to his shoulder? Like, that's Nacua. Yeah. Like, hey, I'm hurt. Call fucking timeout. Let me get my shit together for 45 seconds or 30 seconds. I'm going back in. I'll make it happen. Yeah. The Rams are in my opinion, I think the Rams are an underrated team.
Yeah.
Because everyone's like, oh, well, Stafford's at the end of his career. Oh, well, they have average players. I hate to break it to you, but there have been some Super Bowl teams that have had average players and an average roster that have heart and will do anything to win. I look at the Rams like that in this game, and I look at the Rams like that for this season. Mm-hmm. All right, so the next game, which in my opinion, I thought was the best game of the week, was Ravens-Bills. Mm-hmm. Now, everyone expected this game. I mean, this game is always, every year, expected to be... They play, what, twice a year?
No, once.
Once a year? This game is always, always your top-notch, game, right? Mm-hmm. They did not disappoint.
No, not at all.
I thought this was the play... I thought this was the game of the week. Mm-hmm. My top game. Josh Allen. Mm-hmm. Lights out, as always. 33 for 46. Mm-hmm. 394 yards. 2 touchdowns that he ran in. I'm sorry. Yeah, he ran in 2 touchdowns. Mm-hmm. Threw 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
He had 14 carries for 30 yards, right? And then you look at Cook, who just got a new contract.
Yeah.
All right. We expected him to have... We predicted that he was going to have a good year this year. So he had 13 carries for 44 yards. He averaged 3.4 yards, but he had 1 touchdown. Mm-hmm. Not the best week 1, but considering... But this is where I disagree, though. I think he had a great week 1.
Yeah.
Considering that they played Baltimore. Mm-hmm. Baltimore's defense played lights out. Mm-hmm. Right? I mean,
up until the last quarter.
But see, that was the thing, though. Both teams played lights out up until the last quarter.
No. I think the Bills played lights out the entire game. I
don't think the Bills played lights out until the entire game, because the Bills came back. I think it was what?
They flip-flopped.
Yeah, but for the most part, though, every time the Bills and the Ravens play, it's always a high-scoring game.
Yeah.
I think both defenses played great. Mm-hmm. It's just, it came down to turnovers, like it always does in that game. Mm-hmm. I think Cook had a decent, not below average game.
No,
I think he had a decent game.
Decent game. He played insane. Him and Derrick Henry.
But I was just gonna say, like, I think he played good for what the defense he was going up against. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I think him and Derrick Henry both had great games. The only flaw in that case was just that Derrick Henry fumbled in a very important time. But once again, I think they both played really good games.
Well, here's Lamar Jackson's stats.
All right.
This is why I think this was the game of the week, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you had Josh Allen 33 for 46.
Mm-hmm.
Lamar Jackson 14 for 19, which leaves him at like 70, like right, maybe 69, 70%, like right around that area, right? 14 for 19, 209 yards, 2 touchdowns thrown, 6 carries for 70 yards, 11.7 average for 1 touchdown run. Like, in my opinion, based off week 1, these are your top 2 MVPs.
Yeah, 1,000%.
Like,
I mean, that's how it was last year too. Your top 2 MVP candidates were Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson.
I was surprised that Josh Allen didn't run more in the game than what he normally does. But considering the Bills' defense, I was very surprised that Lamar had 70 yards.
Yeah.
Because in my opinion, if you're a defense going up against Lamar Jackson, right? You can't allow a quarterback to run 70 yards on you. That's insane.
You're right.
That's 70 yards, like 30 yards, 40 yards, okay. 70 yards, that's just you gotta step up.
When you have that talent,
I agree.
Everyone.
I agree, but I mean that's crazy. You know what I mean? But Derrick Henry, 18 carries for 169 yards,
2 touchdowns,
9.4 average yards average, and 2 touchdowns. I think that, in my opinion, the stars of the game were Allen, Jackson, and Henry.
Yeah.
But I don't want to take away from Zay Flowers though. Zay Flowers had a huge game. Very good. You know, he looked really, really good. But also, it's very rare that he doesn't have a good game.
Yeah.
So, but Mark Andrews, decent game. I just, people say, oh, like, the Bills are better. Truthfully, I don't think the Bills were better in this game. I think they just capitalized on a very key turnover in the last part of the game.
Just shit in the bed.
I mean, I don't want to say shit the bed. I think
shit the bed.
I think what the issue was, truthfully, they didn't. I don't think they shit the bed. You're looking at the Bills' offense, which is really well. I think that they just, momentum was going back and forth the entire game. And the Bills had it on their side. Derrick Henry with a very costly fumble. But, in my opinion, that's very rare. So I don't want to hold it against them. They lost the game on that fumble. But at the end of the day, though, that was the most exciting game of the week.
Oh, it was. Next game we got is Vikings beating the Bears in a slugfest. Monday Night Football. Did you get a chance to watch this game?
I watched highlights, but I didn't really pay attention too much to it.
Let me tell you.
Who'd you have on winning that game?
Vikings.
Okay, so I did too.
All right. J.J. McCarthy, he came out starting slow, but he really picked it up in the second half. I think the Bears, the complete opposite for the Bears. I think Caleb Williams and the Bears came out really strong in the first half, and going into the second half, they kind of slowed down. But and the Vikings capitalized. J.J. McCarthy had a really good game, practically a rookie. It is his second year, but he didn't play any of his Rookie year, because he
Okay.
was injured towards meniscus.
So sophomore year, but rookie season.
Technically his rookie season, because he didn't get to play a game at all his rookie year because he had a torn meniscus. But once again, Justin Jefferson with a touchdown pass from McCarthy, Aaron Jones with a touchdown pass from McCarthy. He did really good. Their O-line is really
Solid.
good. It's really, really good. Their defense, little shaky. I think it's the fact that Josh Metellus, Florida boy, he last year he broke a record for playing the most defensive positions as a player in a single season.
So they're rotating him in different positions.
He could play any position. Last year he played defensive end / edge rusher, outside linebacker, middle linebacker, corner, and safety.
That's hard though.
It's really
hard.
But he's playing all positions at a high level.
Yeah.
He
was a rookie last year?
No. Josh Metellus?
No, okay. Sorry. I thought you were talking about the other guy.
No. J.J. McCarthy, technically a rookie, but no. Josh Metellus, he's been in the league for about 4-ish years.
So he's fairly young in his career.
Yeah, 1,000%. And to be playing like that, I mean, that's insane. And
I mean, I know
being able to play all those positions like that at a high level, that's what I was going to get into, is that I personally see him as an outside linebacker, middle linebacker. That's where I see him playing the best at. But he didn't do bad at safety. It's just a position that he's not as much used to play.
Yeah.
So
he's got to get used to it. But I'll say this though, the Vikings and Bears, it was a good game, but I would have liked to have seen a Monday Night Football game. Ravens Bills.
Yeah, no, you're right. I was actually wondering the same thing when they came out with the schedule. I was wondering why that wasn't the game. But this game didn't disappoint either. I mean, It wasn't as good as a game as that.
Yeah.
This game didn't disappoint either. On the Bears side of the ball, Caleb Williams was really, really good.
And that was another key factor too. A lot of people were doubting him.
Yeah.
This season about like how he was gonna perform, how he's gonna do,
especially with the new head coach coming in, the offensive coordinator from the Lions, Ben Johnson, and I think that also played into a part on why the Lions lost, is because they don't have Ben Johnson anymore. Talk about an offensive genius. This guy is. He in the short time period that he's been there, it's been only a couple months, he turned that team right around.
Yeah.
And now the Bears are looking like a playoff contender.
Yeah.
And DeAndre Swift, a very good safety. He's a running back, but he's a good like a lifesaver.
Yeah.
That's what I mean, like a safety lifesaver type of player, where he's very consistent and reliable in receiving and in running the ball. You had DJ Moore did really good, took a nasty hit in the third quarter at the start of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, but he was good though.
He came back.
Yeah.
He missed out on a couple of plays, came back though. Roma Dunze.
It was I think he sat out like 5 or 6 plays and he came back.
Yeah, he came out on a post route, caught the ball, and got nailed from his back and the front. Boom, sandwiched together. Roma Dunze played really good. Just in all, both teams played really good. It just came down to J.J. McCarthy being really clutch, and the game-winning touchdown, he ran it in. It was a 20-yard run.
Yeah.
I mean,
it was a big run.
This kid's got it.
All right, so now that wraps up, the week 1 recap of the NFL. We're going to do week 2 predictions of the NFL. All right, so Dominic,
Thursday night football, Commanders, Packers.
All right. Okay.
I see this game being very close, very competitive. I'm taking the Commanders.
I'm gonna go with you on that. I'm gonna go Commanders.
I'm doing it.
I nothing against Jordan Love. I just think that the Commanders have a better placed team and a better put together team.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go Commanders.
First game kicking off the weekend. Patriots versus the Dolphins. Not even. I'm just gonna go right off the bat. Patriots. I don't care.
I'm gonna be honest. Going Dolphins.
That's fine.
And I'm gonna tell you why. I think Dolphins make some changes.
All right.
I'll even do a side bet with you. I think the Dolphins win by like a touchdown. Well, one score game, whether it's a touchdown or a field goal. You want to make that bet? Side bet?
Nope.
He's scared. He's scared.
Rams playing the Titans at Tennessee. I got Rams. It's a pretty.
You said Rams Titans?
Yeah,
I'm going Rams.
Yeah, me too. It's a pretty easy game for me, honestly.
Unless Cam Ward just put a team on his back, though.
Bengals versus Jags at Cincinnati.
Bengals.
I got Bengals.
But
no, I could see this being a close game too. Not gonna lie.
All right. So, do you want to do a side bet on it?
No.
Okay.
I don't want to do any bets. I've lost too much money this weekend.
You gonna talk about your parlay this week?
No, I'm not even going. Just like the Dolphins, I don't want to talk about it.
All right. What's the next game?
Bills playing Jets at Jets. I know. I have to go Bills, but I think it's gonna be a closer game.
I'm going Jets.
I knew you were going to because of Fields. Oh.
No. That honestly, that's not the reason why. I'm gonna go Jets just because, like, all right. So the Bills gave up a lot of points.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, expectedly.
Yeah.
But I just the Bills would have lost that game if Derrick Henry didn't fumble, and Derrick Henry rarely fumbles.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with the upside. I'm gonna go with the Jets.
All right. 49ers versus the Rams. I'm expecting the Rams to probably go like 0-16 or 0-17 this year. I'm going Niners.
I'm gonna go on it. I'm gonna go Rams.
Oh, wait. I said Rams. I mean the Saints.
Okay.
49ers versus Saints. We already did the Rams. 49ers versus Saints.
We didn't.
Yeah, Rams beat the Titans, we said.
Oh, yeah, okay.
49ers versus Saints.
Yeah, I'm going to go 49ers. I was like, wait, hold on, what are you talking about?
Yeah, like I was saying, I'm expecting the Rams to go 0-17.
No, they're not going to go 0-17.
You should watch them play. It's bad. It's a hard watch. I'm expecting 49ers to win this pretty easily.
All right.
Cowboys-Giants. I got Cowboys. Considering how they played against the Eagles and how close that game was, I don't see a world where the Cowboys lose this.
All right, well.
What do you got?
You know, I just can't go for a beeline team. I'm going to go Giants.
Oh, my God.
Listen, they're probably going to lose.
just for the meme.
You know what? Yeah, no, dude. Could not have said it better. I'm going just for the memes. Because if the Giants win this game, okay?
Oh, my God.
If the Giants win this game, I swear to God, Uncle Chris is not going to hear the end of this.
That's going to be
the group chat is going to be live.
Bears at Detroit. I want to go Bears so bad, but I think the Lions are going to have a bounce back game. But just based off how the Bears played against the Vikings, I think they're going to be really good.
You're going to go Bears?
I'm going to go Lions.
I'm going to go Bears.
Okay. I really want the Bears to win. But
I mean, I'm not gonna lie.
I'm just going off of who I think's gonna win.
I'm not gonna lie. I kind of like
Bears.
I kind of want both teams to win.
I want both to win.
All right, let me ask you a question. Cool. If you're okay with doing this, because remember, guys, the predictions that we make, like, we're doing a contest here.
Yeah.
So whoever wins at the end of the season, whoever has the most points, with the wins the bet, and then the other one has to do whatever.
Yeah.
So, do we want to do a side thing on the Bears and the Lions, or like for the future as well, if we think it goes to overtime?
Yeah, we already did overtime.
What did we say?
Overtime win is 0.5.
Okay, I think the Bears Lions goes to overtime.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna put
But you don't have to predict it. If it happens, it happens.
Yeah, but I kind of want to predict it that way.
All right.
Like I said it. All right, I'm going to go overtime, but I'm going to go Lions.
All right. Steelers versus Seahawks, but it's in Pittsburgh.
All right, hold on. You said Steelers versus Seahawks?
Yeah, I got Steelers.
Yeah, I'm going to go Steelers.
All right.
That's.
I could see that being a good
I
game.
just don't see the Seahawks beating the Steelers. Well, offense or like defense. Like I don't see this. So I see the Seahawks putting up points, but not like the Jets did. You know what I mean?
Next game we got Broncos at Indy. I want the Broncos to absolutely destroy them.
No, I'm going Indy.
I'm going Denver.
Listen, I know why you're going with Denver, but truthfully though, like, I mean, technically the Colts are the UCF college football.
USF.
Yeah, I'm sorry, USF. I'm going with the Colts. I think Colts. I mean, it's the Dolphins, whatever, but I think the Colts beat the Broncos this year.
Carolina at Arizona. I got the Cardinals.
All day.
Yeah. Super Bowl rematch, Eagles versus the Chiefs. And it's not a prime time game. It's a normal game, 4:25.
Wait, I'm sorry, who'd you say?
Eagles versus Chiefs, Super Bowl rematch at in Kansas City.
Alright,
I got the Eagles.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Eagles as well, just because fuck Taylor Swift.
Falcons versus Minnesota. At Minnesota.
I'm going Vikings.
Yeah, I got Vikings.
But I mean, yeah, I'm gonna go Vikings.
Now we got a double header for Monday Night Football.
Okay.
Bucks at Houston.
Okay.
We'll do that one first. Bucks versus Houston. Who do you got?
That's a hard one because they're both similar playing teams.
Mm-hmm.
What?
I'm taking the Bucks, even though it's at Houston.
Truthfully, I'm gonna go. All right, I'm gonna go Texans.
Oh, all right.
I'm gonna go Texans. And I'm gonna tell you why. I think C.J. Stroud is. I think even though they're both similar teams, like they're. I mean, if you really look at their offenses, they're both similar teams, but I think the Texans have a little bit more of an edge on defense than the Bucks do.
Okay.
I think it'll be a close game. Like, very close game. I just think Texans come away with it. But if the Bucks win, I mean, I wouldn't be disappointed. You know what I mean? Like, they're two teams that I really want to see succeed this year. So, I'm going to go Texans. Who are you going for?
I got Bucks. And then in the second Monday Night Football game, Chargers versus the Raiders at Las Vegas. I got Chargers.
I'm going to be honest. I'm going to pick the Chargers. But
that's gonna be
you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong with that matchup.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with either or team. It's not like one team's gonna outscore the other. I think both teams are
Chargers,
very equal.
Raiders.
I think
You
both
said
teams.
Chargers, Raiders?
Yeah, both teams are going to be very equal. I just see the Chargers winning.
Well, I mean, not. Yeah, but I just think that I'm going to go Chargers, but I also am going Chargers because I think they have a better quarterback situation.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going Chargers because I think they have more weapons on offense than the Raiders do.
Mm-hmm. All right.
And I could see that possibly being the game, like top 3 games of the week.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Because I mean that's it. Well, it was a rivalry. It's
No,
not
it still
anymore.
is. It's an individual.
Yeah, but I'm saying like different. It used to be an in-state rivalry. Now it's out of state. But yeah. All right. Who's the next game?
No, that's it.
That's all. Okay.
Yeah. Next up we got here is our fantasy football week 1 recap. Get your phone.
Okay. And I'll say this. It was a shaky start.
Oh, for you, not for me.
Me.
For me, I was
For me.
I was a little worried. Or no, I wasn't a little worried. I was worried for you. I was chilling though on my end.
I mean, I kind of got screwed. Well, I didn't get screwed. It wasn't all right. If we're being honest, it wasn't a shaky start. I didn't really get screwed.
Fantasy week 1, I think for everyone was a shit show because of how many people underperformed.
Yes, but I'll say this. Well, I'll say this for me though.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have a shaky start. I didn't have a scary start. It's just the players that I drafted that I knew were really, really gonna perform. Like, I don't want to say the steals of the draft because technically, my team and your team, like, every player was a steal in the draft. That's how I look at it.
Yeah.
But I will say that my better players that I knew were going to perform didn't play until
Like Sunday night football.
Exactly. Like, I think the first game was at like 6:00.
Yeah.
So like for me, I was sitting there, I was parry dogging a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, what? I was like, another season of disappointment.
What, you the Cowboys?
It was looking like that at first, but all right. So, fantasy, right?
So all right.
Well, before we get into, the recap, show me really. Just put on my phone real quick. Like, go back to week 1.
Yeah.
That way, because I want to give them a shout out too.
Yeah, no, I did the same thing on mine. All right, so here's what we're gonna do real quick. I'm gonna go over. Oh, that sounded bad. All right. There. Here's your thing.
All right, so you got me on what, the whole entire
That's
week 1
your-
recap.
Yeah, it's your week.
But so does it tell you who you played to though?
Doesn't matter.
Okay. Well, no, I wanted to give him a shout out, like, because the guy I played wasn't bad. Like he had a really, like, overall drafted good team. Like, and he like legit had me.
Yeah, you played Ricky.
All right.
But alright, so I'll go over mine. I won 120 to 101, and my player of the week, Baker Mayfield, 22.92 points.
Really quick, how do you know how you beat him? What was the score? You had matchup?
No, I got you. Your score was 138 to 107.
Okay. Alright. But to be fair though, score. Hold on a second. Hold on. This is no joke. Alright.
No, it's not.
I swear to God, on everything I love. Alright. Monday night, when it was Eagles versus Cowboys, I was up
that was Thursday.
I'm sorry, Thursday. Thursday night, Eagles versus Cowboys. I was only up like, because he didn't have any players playing.
Right.
I was only up, I think it was like 17 to something, 16 to something. Because I had Pickens playing and Ferguson.
Oh, okay.
So Pickens only had 6 points even. Ferguson had 7.3.
Yeah, I see that.
So I was like maybe 16, 17 points, right? But Sunday came along, and he had, I kid you not, I checked, I had my team picked, everything, right? He was up 100 to 30.
Yeah, no, I remember. I saw.
And that was at like,
I was like, you're screwed.
That was at like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And I literally, I called Dominic and I was like, bro, how do I change my players? Like, it's not letting me pick.
He didn't realize that he had to do it before.
Yeah.
He couldn't switch someone out after the game had already started.
So
now you know.
I was sitting there parry dogging real hard. You know what saved me? Alright, so
the Sunday Night Football.
So all of Sunday Night Football.
Alright, so who was your player of the week? Who was the guy on your team that really scored the most points and that really saved you?
Alright, well, see, that's the thing though, is because I drafted Buffalo, and I drafted a couple players from Buffalo, and a couple players from
Alright, so give me two then. Give me two guys on your team that really saved you. And won you the game.
That's the thing though, is with the team I have, like, and like I said, like when we did last week's podcast, with the fantasy draft, and they projected, me first, you second, right, in the power rankings. Like, every player on my team really performed, except for Pickens and Ferguson, but they weren't really targeted.
Right.
But I played them because they were, it was the first game of the season. I wanted the points.
Well, from what it's looking like, Josh Allen.
Well, I was just about to say, if we're going to go, top player that produced the most was Josh Allen at 39.42.
Yeah. Oh, but for me and you, it's both our quarterbacks that produce the most points.
Yeah, but if we're going to go players that really, like, other than quarterback, that really produce, Zay Flowers.
Yeah.
28.1 points.
Yeah.
I mean,
I didn't realize he did
So he was the second on my team. My third place was McCaffrey and then Cook.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Zay Flowers had that's why I was telling you, like, he really saved me because, like, I mean, he put up, like, I mean, Baltimore only lost by 1 point, 41-40.
Yeah.
Like, that, but you had said, I know people say, drafting, like, a couple players on the same team is, risky, but that really saved me. Like, Cook had 21.2.
Yeah. And,
McCaffrey 23.2, but Zay Flowers 28.1. Like, I mean, you can't go wrong with that. That was a steal, and I got him, I think, later in the draft. Like, that was a steal. Like, that might have been top 5 steals of the draft.
Yeah. Looking
at week 1, going based off week 1, that was top 5 steals of the draft.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
Well, I think we both did really good in fantasy. We both ended up 1-0, and
who was your quarterback again? Who did you play? You played Baker.
Yeah, Baker. Was my starting quarterback.
Purdy didn't have a bad. So Purdy's my second string, right? He had 17.3. Like, that's not bad as a backup quarterback.
Oh.
That's a pretty good deal. I'm pretty happy about that. And your friend can cry about it because I don't care.
Yeah, and I think that about covers all of it.
Yep.
This has been Morningwood Podcast episode 4.
But stay classy, America.
Like, follow, share, subscribe.